Okay, hello. That should work now. Hello everyone. And welcome. Okay, so I need to do some stuff yet in the settings. Give me a second. Okay, I've got the chat already, so that's good. Okay, the chat is also refreshing, so that's good. Hello, hello. And I'm just gonna change settings just a little bit so it actually looks properly on the stream. And let's change this view to this, and you should be able to see the beautiful ACC, and you do. That's great. Okay, let's go. So, I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to do. But yeah, like I said, let's just do a chill stream. Just do some driving, just do some testing. The game is completely different right now with all the new cars. I mean, new cars, like there's only one new car really, but you know, every single car behaves so differently on the new physics that you need to relearn the game. My game is a bit low, my volume is a bit low, okay. I can put it a bit higher. Yeah, let's see with the voice how it's gonna be. Oh wait, it's gonna be a bit better right now because my microphone was placed incorrectly. Why don't I use OBS? I was gonna use OBS. I know that I'm using Streamlabs and I shouldn't use Streamlabs. I know that, but I've just got everything set up here and I've got the chat and I know how it works in VR with me, and I just didn't have time today to go through all the settings and make everything work with OBS. But I will go back to the standard OBS because Streamlabs is, yeah, annoying. No, you should be able to hear me. Hello. Anyway, so what should we start with? Guys, just track car combo. Tell me, because like I'm just here up for, you know, testing some new stuff. I'm gonna put my gloves on and give me some track car combos to test. Spa and M5, not in the game. Porsche Nurburgring, Audi Nurburgring, Porsche Nurburgring. That's a great one. That's a great one. Spa in the M4. I did already the hotlap, but Porsche at Nurburgring. We're gonna start with that, and then we can do BMW Nurburgring and Porsche Spa. Those are great. Those are the great ones. Okay, so let's just go to Open Series. Let's just use some conditions that we know that potentially can work. Yeah, that seems fine. That seems fine. Okay, and of course the livery. Let's just use this one. I really like this one. We used it in the sprint car with Michi. So let's use it. And Nurburgring. We're going to the Nurburgring. Okay. Should I change something as well? Assist, manual. Damage, fuel consumption, unlimited tire sets, brake temperature enabled, penalty disabled. Okay, so everything is as it should be. Let's start. Where's the donation button? Ooh, there's no. But there's a link in the description, GOP. If you want. And also, this is weird. Now loading the game in VR, especially on single player, it's still the same, but in VR, loading the game takes ages. So I have no idea what's happening right now. I just see black screen in my VR headset, and possibly, I don't know. Maybe I can be not even aware that, I don't know, I had a blue screen right now, or the game crashed, or something like that. It's really weird. Holy shit, the game is loud. Okay, but it seems to work. For some weird reason, my whole screen at the top changed its position. Not optimum. The game is dead and broken. That's exactly what it is. Okay. And just because, even though the game is new, I'm still not gonna show that setup. Because that setup that we used with Michi was so good. I should have a setup just for those conditions, I think. I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's just try it. Keep setup. No. Oh, Gop. Now that we have those emojis. Oh my god, I need to make those emojis. Yeah, I think I need to first of all get those emojis to be available on my Discord, and also I need to make those emojis be available here. That will be quite pog, I think. That's also a problem. Where's Forza Horizon 5? Well, the 1.8 came out. The Forza was just there to play before 1.8 is gonna be here.
Green light. Go, go, go.
Okie dokie. Do I even have a proper camera position? I think I do. But sometimes all the settings can possibly be reset. No, it is correct. Okay, Pog. Let's go. I have absolutely no idea what's gonna happen. I'm gonna actually reduce the voice a bit. Voice volume. Because for me the game is really, really loud. And yeah, and tell me how's the game sound-wise for you, and I'm just gonna go and drive. Whoa. Why are those FPS silently dropping? Oh yeah, I forgot how fucking shit it is to stream this game. So the car a bit lower, right? Okay, probably this will be still up. Tires. We can't eat it anymore. So, with majority of the mid-engine cars and especially the Porsche as well, the front end is really strong, but then it's a bit of a struggle to get back the mid-corner rotation and on the exit the rotation. I was driving the BMW yesterday for that hotlap, and it was way easier on the corner exits with without really struggling for that understeer. And the mid-engine cars in the Porsche are just getting a lot of understeer on throttle, and it just requires a bit different approach and also a bit of setup tweaks. Pressures are too high, like expected. Game is stuttering a lot, pressures are too high. Yes. Ooh, front brakes are getting really warm. Should I maybe lower this? Just for now. Oh, great, I lost the whole chat. Oh, and now my game is frozen. So, the game in full screen mode is really weird. Probably the stream for you is now frozen. For me, the game is also frozen. Although I can hear the sound. Sorry, alt-tabbing out of the game is a pain now. And it's suddenly back. Great. Yeah, I updated to the new beta version, but it wasn't really helping. But anyway, it is okay. Okay, pressures. A lot less pressures and also more ducts on the front. Oops. And yeah, let's try it again. Let's just try to get used to what's happening. The FPS are still bad. Why are the FPS so bad though? Because yesterday the performance of the game is great usually. Now I'm streaming and it's really bad. And when I was streaming earlier, I had absolutely no issues. So that's interesting. Yeah, but it's only an arrow and alignment tab, so it's not like there are a lot of secrets there. Yeah, it really does, that's true. Not on the entries, but on the exit it does. You just need to be patient and work with the front end a lot more. Well, it's an old setup, so it has that. I don't know if that's the way, maybe it doesn't work right now at all, but... Whoa. Going off that curb is so nasty right now. Hello. I really wonder what is that with the FPS, because it's really struggling, and it shouldn't. It should be like so easy for it to hit 90. It should be so easy. Yeah, both the force feedback is better because, well, force feedback is connected directly to the physics of the game, right? So if the physics are different and work better, you will feel that difference immediately in the force feedback. And because the physics are working in a way that it's way easier to control the car and predict what it's doing, the FFB that's telling you what those physics are doing is also gonna feel way more communicative and better. So all those little nuances in the car's behavior are way easier to understand, and everyone is picking up on them a lot easier than previously. So it feels really, really nice because all those little car behavior nuances are really pronounced, especially the curbs. Yeah, but the yeah, I did clip that. I thought he's not streaming it just because, I don't know, he was doing something else. So I just went on the stream to ask him about his opinion, and he just started ranting about how bad this game still is. So I clipped that. Gob, could you maybe post that link to that clip on my Discord in clips? Oh my god, the game is stuttering so much. Why? That's so weird. I think we're gonna get there to Schumacher S flat, maybe. Well, join it then. Why are you not even there? Is it GPU or CPU bound limited? I don't know right now, because I mean the CPU I have isn't the best. I mean, it's not like I have good GPU. It's both in my case, but I don't know what's limiting it right now, because previously it was working. Because the main menu is so smooth. This here. Okay, let me check something. Well, I never sent an invite. It's everywhere in all the descriptions to all the videos and so on. Gop, just join it. Yeah, but the FPS VR app, I think, doesn't really work with Oculus, because I have the game launched by Oculus, not Steam VR. I'm just gonna restart the game. Give me a sec, guys. As the Porsche, it does feel good. It feels different, but it still feels good. And I just need to get used to it, and we need to tweak the setups a bit because our setups were quite tricky to drive already, and they were really on the like extreme side of what even we're using, right? So those extreme setups will behave a lot different. So lap times wise, it's just nothing is that as fast as it used to be anyway. Okay, let me restart the game. It's only today though, because yesterday it was working great. And actually, I'm gonna even maybe have to stop the stream for a sec, and I don't know, just see if maybe somehow my stream is bottlenecking me so much on CPU side, I guess. Oh, it was supposed to be such a nice and chill out stream, and straight away technical difficulties. Who would have thought?
Green light, give it all you can.
It's still doing it. It's like goes down and then up and down and up, like really a lot down and a lot up. So that's weird. I know. I did update the game to the beta version right now. Maybe I should actually delete that. Oh my god, what is happening? Why? Suddenly my game doesn't respond to the inputs. Whoa, that's weird. I was just moving my mouse around and it wasn't responding. That was weird. Why is everything so broken now? Oh, I also know what's maybe happening. Oh my god. That didn't help, probably. Okay, let's try again. Maybe that was the issue. I think for you now it will be a bit distorted, but let me see. I mean, look, the performance of the game is really nice now. It did improve. The FSR and the DLSS for many people with high resolution screens works, and it gives them great performance. The CPU optimization is there, and it's apparent. When I'm playing alone, I have way better performance. Maybe not way better, but better performance than previously. I still, of course, suffer because at the end of the day, it's a fucking laptop, and I'm in VR. So what could you even expect from that? It is a bit better, but it's not night and day. And okay, let's try it now.
Green light. Give it all you can.
Okay, is it fixed? Potentially, maybe. So wait, what was that setup? Try less camber. More toe. More rake. More this. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. I think this was that. Am I using FSR? Funny story. The thing is, okay, so the thing is that FSR takes the in-game resolution scale and various presets of FSR, ultra quality, quality, balance, performance. They use different resolution scale, or you can use them. So you can see when you turn on the FSR, the resolution scale you can't pick what it is. When you go to custom FSR mode, then you can choose what kind of resolution scale the FSR is scaling it with and how it's upscaling it then, and the amount of sharpness. So I could go as low as possible to 50, enable FSR and full sharpness, but it looks blurrier. It looks way blurrier, and it gives me less performance than not using FSR at all, rendering it in 50% resolution scale, and just pumping up the VR pixel density on my own, and sharpening the whole thing. So I think the problem is that I'm using so low settings and so low resolution anyway that I'm not getting the benefits of FSR at all, because I'm already using the resolution scale at 50, right? And the FSR uses the resolution scale to scale that 100% in-game resolution. It's not like it takes whatever picture is rendered with the 50% resolution scale and VR pixel density, and then on top of that it applies FSR, it applies its scaling.
No, we're gonna have to
it uses this scaling, okay? So because I'm already using 50, I'm not getting performance boost with it. Although I also heard that, by the way, thank you for all the subscription. I also heard that that FSR plugin that was already available for Steam VR guys, that works a lot better than the in-game FSR one. So if you're using Steam VR, go give it a try, because it's way better. And of course the DLSS, I don't have DLSS because I don't have RTX card. So the FSR for me just doesn't work because of me already running extremely low resolution scale. But you know, for people that are running 4K or so on, the FSR will do wonders. or maybe, you know, or maybe VR, but with really high settings on, you know, like 3080, and their resolution scale is already at 100, so then FSR will actually work. Anyway, but you know, I'm still getting the performance boost from. I'm still getting the performance boost overall from the CPU optimization of the game, and the overall optimization of the engine.
No, we're gonna have to serve it.
Hello, welcome.
I'm not gonna clear it.
Well, the anti-aliasing in VR is really blurry, yes, but also the thing is that I'm using such a low resolution that like I just need to use the AA, use the temporal anti-aliasing, because otherwise it's way too blocky for me, you know. You could probably just even turn off the anti-aliasing and just pump up the pixel density, and it will be sharp enough, but I'm not using high enough pixel, like I'm not pumping enough pixels for the anti-aliasing to even look good. Whoops. No, I'm not Italian, I'm from Poland. So I did test that all, and it will just won't work for my particular case, you know. Yeah, but for some reason I'm still dropping frames. Is it just Nurburgring doing that, or? Well, it definitely is a tricky car. my god, the curbs. To relearn all the curbs. Yep, I'm that guy. I mean, I didn't win that race. Johnny Knight won it, but I almost did, if not that rain. Oh my god. No. Something is off, guys. The game just stutters and freezes, and what the fuck is going on? I'm gonna go and restart everything, so I'm gonna have to stop the stream. And yeah, give me, guys, 2 minutes. Yeah, that race was amazing. I think I'm gonna do a video about that race. Hello, Octavian. Yeah, guys, give me a second. Something is definitely wrong here. Something definitely went wrong. Did the ACC just crash? It did. Or at least it stops working. Fuck's sake. Why is this game so annoying right now to work with? Like, it freezes. When you alt tab out of the game, it does some weird stuff. All the I mean, the performance headroom is a bit lower right now when I'm streaming, but it's not a lot lower than previously. Weird. Guys, I'm gonna... And it freezes again. Like, come on. Don't do that. Don't do this to me, please. I'm gonna stop the stream and try to restart it. Oh, hi James. Hi James. So many people watching and wanting to hear what I think about 1.8, and I just can't drive because of those difficulties. Be right back. I'm gonna try to fix it.
No, we're gonna have to serve it.
Okay. I think that should be back live. I hope that is back live. It should be. But it also will be extremely low quality right now. I just want to see if it's gonna help in any way. Okay, so you do hear me. That's a really good sign. Okay, you should be able to see this now as well. Yep. And from all the tracks, I'm gonna go to Paul Ricard just because I know what kind of FPS I was having yesterday. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good way to describe it, that you really need to drive the car rather than just remember all the movements that you are doing. No, it wasn't necessarily the case before, but for sure, for many people, it was just way more difficult to understand all that was happening with the car. And right now, just because the physics talk to you a lot more, and you can understand what's happening, and the force field like talks to you, you can play with the car a lot more. And also, physics are allowing you to do that in the first place, right? So, let's turn off that. Turn up that. Um,
Green light. Go, go, go.
Also, one more thing I'm gonna do. Oh, did the game against just freeze? Yes, it's freezed again. I hate that. Why is it doing that? Like, you can't alt tab out of the game. Okay, it's back. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, I have to again turn that off. I just hope it's not gonna freeze the game. It didn't. Yay. Okay, I know that none of you are here to see me drive a fucking Paul Ricard. But I'm just gonna do a lap or two to just to see. What, what was even going through my head there? To just see how the FPS are gonna be. To just see if the FPS are not shit. Oh yeah, this is a lot smoother now. So I guess I just can't stream at high quality. 480p streams back, baby. It's definitely what everyone expected, right? What everyone wanted. Paul Ricard is interesting to drive, and I don't dislike it. It's not amazing, something epic, but it's not a bad track to drive. Maybe it's a bit boring to drive sometimes. It is interesting to drive, especially with the sector 3. Okay, by the way, top speed is there, so that's good. Can I not die? Oh, too much curve. I am gonna die. Oh, I did not die. Okay. And it's extremely fun to race with when you're in the pack. Okay, now that that works a bit better, let's go back to the Nurburgring. Yeah, the stream is restarted. If it's not restarted for you, maybe just F5. I mean, he's not hearing that, is he? Because he doesn't have the stream restarted. So tell him to F5. I mean, yeah, I've already restarted this stream, so... I don't know if that may be an old message that you are saying that you are waiting for the new stream. I already refreshed it. It should be like lower quality right now, like 480p or something like that, right? I'm using the Oculus CV1. Maybe I'm gonna load up this Michi setup. That's a wet preset. What did I click? Lol. No, that's not a Michi setup. That's totally different setup. Oh my god, I have so many totally bullshit Nurburgring setups and I never remember which one is which. Yeah, okay. It should be for 480p. That's what I said. Okay.
Green light, go, go, go.
I don't really use any telemetry. I did have a Quest 2, but I had it only for a bit because it was extremely... It wasn't blurry, but the performance on it for me was worse. And a lot worse. And also it had a lot of delay that I couldn't get rid of. And apparently it just has that delay. And from all the people I heard online, like, they were saying that, okay, there may be some, but like it's not even noticeable. And for me it was noticeable straight away and I just couldn't get rid of it. So, yeah, that's the difference, you know, compared to me being used to just smooth 90 FPS, low latency CV1. So I just went back to it. I had to buy the new cable for it. That's what even made me buy the Quest 2 in the first place. Cable for CV1 being broke.
Why?
Yeah, I did use the link cable, the official link cable. I did have that. I heard a lot of good stuff about Reverb G2. Well, I'm not on any server right now. I'm gonna maybe see if I can join some public lobby later with some car. But seeing the performance, it's, yeah, I just can't do any online stuff with other cars on the track with what I have right now. I mean, I could try, it's only public trophy, right? So let's see later. I was just driving some various cars, seeing what's happening. So for example, right now, Porsche, it feels fairly similar. So on the entry, it does bite into the corner a bit more, so you need to control it and you need to play with the brake a lot more, right? And also, it's not necessarily that, oh, it just has more grip on the front at that very moment. It's just that the camber of the camber gain and overall the camber of the tire works a lot. It's just more alive right now. So probably with the car like a Porsche that pitches a lot,
have to serve it.
the camber changes also a lot. And of course the aero balance changes a lot. And on the entry you need to really work with that and control that. I mean, the driving right now is not the best because it's my very first time driving on Nurburgring with 1.8 and I'm also trying to read the chat and explain some stuff, so I can't multitask like that. I'm charger. Yeah, the turning there is totally different. Well, people say that Lambo gained a lot. I guess there won't be any cars that gained particularly because everything is slower, but Lambo feels a lot nicer, so I heard. I'm gonna test it in a sec, probably. The BMW straight out of the box is just an extremely strong car for now. A lot of people are saying that Porsche lost a bit, but it's just different. We're gonna have to get used to it, but I'm sure it's gonna be a competitive car. I wonder if Mercedes maybe gained a touch. But it for sure can at least now do, you know, the race distances. Yes, I always drive in VR. Oh my god, the understeer there. And here. What was that corner? That was so bad.
No, we're gonna have to serve it.
Why?
Because...
A lot of new subscribers, thank you very much guys. You're welcome. I was so much pressures on the right.
we're gonna have to serve it. Why? Because... clear it. No, we're gonna have to serve it. Why? Because...
come on. Stop that grass. Absolutely no pressure on the right. Anyway, that was fun to test out. So it is different. It is different, but it will definitely take some adapting from driving perspective. Someone was asking about the first feedback, right? So that's my first feedback. I'm using basically same that I was using. I just used 20% damper, although I think I'm gonna lower that to like 15, and gain is at 80. It could be higher depending on the car. You can always change the multiplier. But that's the FFB I'm using. It definitely feels more understeer, yes. It would require some adjustment. So let's try the M4 at the Nurburgring. Someone asked me about that. So let's try it. Do I find the cars less agile? It depends, you know, because maybe they don't respond straight away, and it's also less consistent in the way how they respond, because you have actually more control on how they will respond with the front end, with the camber, and with the tires now being more like Aris is calling it rubbery with that temperature. So it could be that they feel a bit less agile in certain situations, yes. But at the same time, you have way more control over them, and you can decide how agile you want the car to be. Just with the driving, I guess, right? I have no idea. I haven't tested the McLaren. Guys, I haven't really tested anything really, so I have absolutely no idea how different cars feel. That's what the stream is for, actually. Yes, I do run all the cars with 1080 because the game just adjusts it for you. So I have 1080 in the Windows, I have 1080 in the game, and then the game does it all for you, adjusts it all for you. That's how it works in Assetto. So even though it's 1080, it's not like I need to turn 1080 to get the full lock. This what you're seeing right here, that's exactly what I'm doing with my wheel, right? It's just that when I turn to this point, at this point nothing else happens, right? But it's all aligned. Okay, to adjust the camera attach, that's gonna work. And yeah, let's check out. Do I have any setups? I don't know. Oh, I have something from George, but anyway, let's just try aggressive preset. And some lower fuel.
No, we're gonna have to
and some lower brake bias.
Why? Because I'm not gonna clear it.
Thank you for subscribing. Hello. Okay. Nah, they won't make a difference. It's just for testing purposes. I mean, guys, brake pads don't change shit. Like, especially right now. Like, right now, there is so much driving-wise that's so different. And brake pads 1 and 2, performance-wise, are vary by so little that like you shouldn't even care in the slightest between 1 and 2. Brake pads 3, okay, they are a bit different, but of course it's a pad that lasts for 24 hours, not 3 hours, you know. So it will be a little different. But pads 1 and 2, just don't even care. And actually, for a lot of people, which a lot of people don't realize, brake pad 2 is better because it has way higher operating window. The fluctuation of the temperature of the brake pad is also less, so it doesn't cool down as quickly. It retains that heat in itself. When you go onto the brakes, it doesn't generate as much heat without almost any performance loss in terms of the braking capacity. And because of that, it's way easier to modulate it. So brake pad 2 is in a sense easier to drive with. Yeah, time to test the OP car. The BMW it feels so capable and so easy to drive at the same time. It takes those curves way easier. Whoops. Okay, I mean, what I'm even expecting to clear it flat on aggressive preset with bad pressures. It takes those curbs easier. It's just so good in the transition. It's so stable. It does everything you want. It's nice and stable on the entry. It's nice and stable on the exit. It's not understeering. It's not oversteering in majority of the places. You have so much control over what you want the car to do. Takes the curbs nicely. I don't know how it is with the tire usage and the fuel usage, but it feels like it should be good on tires because it's working them so efficiently.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
I mean, it's so drivable, the car. It's just so easy to get in and just drive under even bad pressures. So It just does what the driver wants it to do. Yeah, it's always scary in the entry here. And it's also so nice with the C off. Okay, a bit too much. It's actually not that... It's actually difficult to make it unstable because it has so much grip. So it's difficult to make it drift at higher angles. That looks terrible. It just doesn't want to unstick. And just stabilizes itself. Okay. So to make it faster, I don't know. We don't need that much cooling. We can give it more rake, maybe stiffer rear, maybe more of this, maybe more of this. Let's go brake pads 1 right now. Lower this. I mean, this is pretty much how I want it to be. Should I increase the pressures? I changed this by 1, so maybe here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and overall it should give us a bit. Fuck. Let's try again. You didn't see anything. It has such a light force feedback compared to other cars. Espinala. Oh, wait. I don't know if that changes for you, but maybe it should be less distorted, from what I remember. It has long gears, so when downshifting, you can't just slam the gears. You just need to shift once, then wait a bit, and only then you can shift because the gears are so long. That was bad. It was really bad. I need to change the way how I'm taking that corner, because now with the different camber, the car behaves there totally different.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Oh wait, I was muted. Fucking amazing. Yeah, I was just muted. So I was saying that with the M4, I mean, there's plenty speed in the car. There was a Delta for 53 already, and you know, with even better driving and actual setup, you can for sure go into mid 53s, low 53s in those conditions that we had. So, yeah. Okay, Spa. Let's see how bad is Spa right now. Let's see.
Go, go, go.
Well, I have a T300. Let's see how bad it is right now. Because I heard the change is big. Well, it is, or at least it used to be, a really, really good setup, and I don't really want to give it away for competition purposes, yeah. Oh god, the understeer. Lot different on the entries. Some pressure is already high, as was to be expected. Thank you for subscribing. Whoops. You can see the HUD. You always could see the HUD. Oh my god, the way it rides those curbs, it's so different there. I'm just not even gonna bother to catch it. I just want to stop to press escape. uh, okay, let's try again. They're not necessarily strange, they're just so different because we're not used to that. They definitely are a thing now that you need to watch out for, but they're also not inconsistent. They are consistent, but they feel inconsistent because you're totally not expecting them to do what they're gonna do. Wait, I didn't change the reg. Fuck. Now I'm gonna die. As bad as I thought. I guess that's a good thing. pedals are amazing, but they take a lot of getting used to. But oh boy, when you do get used to them, they're great. And I'm still not there, but it's getting there. Cop, are you surprised? You seem a little bit surprised. How was that a 17? Ah! Oh, see, that was the problem. Yeah, touching the... Oh my god, what am I doing? Kill me. Okay, so I do want to change something. Let's see. Yeah, damage on. It makes testing on buffers really nice. Yes, I do. That really is 1660 Ti laptop that's running VR. Why are you doing this to me? Turn. No, I don't. It doesn't work for me. It really doesn't work for me. I explained it at the beginning of the stream why, and there is, you know, a reasonable explanation. But I do got a performance boost out of the whole update, just a bit. I mean, that still doesn't change the fact that I do need a PC. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, I didn't change the pressures. Fuck's sake. I'm just slow, Marek. What do you expect from me? I'm just a slow man.
No, we're gonna have to serve it. Why? Because...
I'm just trash at this game. I mean, there is 16 in this lap, because that was 17.1. That was really bad. That's just bug in VR, Marek. Bad, everything is bad, I'm so trash, fuck my life. I also lost pressure somewhere. I don't know how. I hate this. I want to go on the front and I want the rear to subtly rotate and it doesn't. Fuck my life. I mean, it is blurry. I can't see anything on the dash apart from the gear, but I like VR. So it is too blurry, but join the AMG army. Is AMG good now? It should be, right? You're probably already in like low 16s in that thing. What if I increase this? Now the traction loss isn't more abrupt. 7 out of 10 you say, nice. What lap times are you doing on Spa with like, let's say 24:32? Are you going deep into 16s? Nice, nice. I mean, in that BMW, I for sure had a, 16.8, possibly a 16.7 in there. And it had some bolted on some random setup that I think I got from George. And I don't even think that setup was that good. So, there's definitely more in there. Definitely, way more in there. But it's a 16, it's a milestone. It's maybe not milestone, it's a stepping stone. And how it's gonna be in the future, who knows? Let's see. I mean, there's definitely potential in all the cars. Okay, this is nicer already, I can see. I'm like wondering, wait, TC2 should kick in way earlier. And I'm like, oh, TC off. Oh, okay, going full throttle is not good. Well, it does understeer. It's not bad in those corners though. It feels like it's understeering, but it's not that slow. Also, there's a lot of driving wise. Like, it's connected for a lot of the people with how they drive the Porsche, that it now understeers. And how they drive ACC and how they're overall used to drive ACC. Not from the curb, not from the curb. And that tire is now useless. That was bad, that was also bad. That was also bad. Yeah, that's me, that's me. Do I always adjust what? Brake bias, TC? Yes, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be adjusted, and if you can gain something from that, why not do it? Of course, like, you know, sometimes you won't really gain anything. Sometimes it's just, for example, into tight corners, I feel more comfortable with the car with lower brake bias because it gives me that rotation and control over that rotation mid-corner, so I want to use it. Right, and for some higher speed corners, I want to increase the brake bias to give me more stability on entry. And, you know, I can use it. And if I have time and if I remember to do it, it gives me confidence with the car, then it's worth it. But, you know, if you're not really, if you know, if for example changing your brake bias distracts you, there's absolutely no point of using that in the first place because you're getting distracted, you're not in the flow, you know, so. And now mistakes like that are just costly. Oh my god, the tires are also burning because I'm making a lot of mistakes. I'm overdriving the fronts. Why only for ATP? Because I'm driving in VR on a laptop and I'm trying to stream at the same time. And it just happens that a laptop is not enough. All my specs are in description, or you can type in !VR at think it should give you something. Oh my god, yeah. I'm also overheating, fuck's sake. Stop the car, stop the car. So, that little change that I did wasn't perfect. Oh, of course it wasn't perfect, but I want more. Of this, more of this, yes. And this rake. Yep, there it is. I think you can also type in exclamation mark gear, and that will tell you what I'm using. Oh, but of course that's not updated, so there will be old pedals. But that's the only thing that changed. Oh yeah, would be nice to see me driving, right? Rather than only hearing the engine note. Okay guys, don't make a scene. Don't make a scene, I just forgot to change the scene. Inception. Slid for entire corner in a weird way. So in the config, in documents, ACC, config, VRJSON, in VRJSON put the like preview settings, something like that, or like spectator mode preview to free, and then you can see the distorted image from both eyes but with the HUD, and then what I'm streaming is actually like only one side of that image, and I'm driving really badly. And I didn't change my brake bias, so the car just wants to kill me. Oh my god. What top speed are you getting at? No, I don't. I just use my hands to feel what the car is doing. And then just apply some random slider changes. And that usually works. I mean, who needs telemetry? Come on. What are you doing with the BMW then? Go lower wing. Too much gas there.
Well done, mate. Nice one.
17-1 with mistakes. Stop. Thank you. I haven't driven the Lambo, but I heard a lot of good stuff about it. So I want to get that 16 right here, and then I'm gonna go and check out the Lambo, cause yeah, I heard a lot of good stuff about the car. So I definitely want to check it out. Yeah, I definitely also want to check out the Lambo. It's just priorities, Spa, Porsche. Can't go wrong with that. I have no idea. I mean, it's not like I don't care about console players because they are a big part of the community itself, and it's a growing part of the community, of the simulation community. But I don't care about the console myself as a console about the console release, right? So I have absolutely no idea. Why am I doing stupid stuff right like that? Bro. I didn't even try to save that because I lost pressure, so I'm just gonna restart it. Yeah, I don't really remember how is the roadmap and schedule for the console stuff. Also, the console people need to understand that Kunos isn't making the... they're not making the console version. They're making just a sim for for the PC, and then they're hiring a company that's porting them a console release. So they're always a bit, backwards with what even is available for consoles in terms of game version, right? Because they get the old game version, then they're porting that. In the meantime, Kunos already releases the new PC version, and of course already in the pipeline, right? They have scheduled date on which they need to port the new version, right, and update that. But it's external. I mean, like, it's someone else, not Kunos, who's actually porting the PC version to the PS4. So of course it's their responsibility to to have someone that's porting that game to do a good job, and they're in charge. But yeah, it takes time because it's not like they're doing 2 games at the same time for all the platforms. They're only doing the PC, and then they have someone that's porting that for them. What am I even doing? I'm confused right now. I was clicking wrong thing on my steering wheel. Ah, come on. And now this up. Oh my god, I got so scared on the entry there. And then it rotates mid-corner, fuck. Not good. I need to control that rotation a bit better on entry, because it's not immediate, it comes later in the corner and then it doesn't want to continue. I want to control that better. We're gonna get there. I mean, I already had the data for a 16, so that's good. HP, there's so much lap time to find, but it's in so little details. It's hidden in so little details, and it always takes a lot of time and experience and practice for one to get to those lap times. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a bit of off pace, especially now when ACC has new version, new physics, everyone's new to them, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with being off the pace. Just takes time to practice, and it's always obviously nice to get there eventually, but there's nothing wrong with being initially a bit slower. So take your time and enjoy the game. Lap times will come to you. That was so pog. That turn one. The VR performance is really nice, really nice. No! Now that little slide will cost me throughout the entire third sector. A bit less TC would help, but it's gonna be a 16.8, almost 16.7. So there's 16.6 in the car right now. Porsche's back, baby! Michi, what were you doing? I was expecting Tauscher to beat that time already. Whew! Okay, there's a 16. I'm not gonna hotlap anymore. There's way more in the car. Maybe lower temperatures with a better setup. I can get into 15s, maybe, and just maybe. I'm not gonna go with any facts here, but that was a 16.8. There's so much more in the last sector without that little bugger of a slide. What's interesting is that in the middle sector, where usually the Porsche used to be extremely strong, yesterday when I was lapping with BMW, it was actually faster. It was actually a lot better with a lower wing. So that's interesting. But I also made a mistake. Let's just see how fucking bad it was. It just went. Not pog. Aww.
No, we're gonna have to serve it.
Why?
Because...
More bump? That's the neat part. You can't. I'm not gonna say anything more. Yeah, okay. So let's test out the Lambo. So let's actually do what we're here to do. So test new cars rather than driving the Porsche. Let's try the Lambo. Around 300 pounds. Well, for 300 pounds, I'm sure you can get a G29 for that. But of course, there are people that don't like the G29s pedals, but you know, free pedals, that's always something. The one I have, could you fit that in 300 pounds? I don't know if you can maybe get the whole bundle of T300 with a steering rim and with T3PA pedals. Because the T300, Thrustmaster T300 with default, with stock pedals, 2 pedals, is really bad. The T300 is good with the 3 pedals at this price point. Of course, the T3PAs that I used to be using before I bought those amazing Heusinkvelds. Well, they also have their limits, right? But the free pedal, the T3PA, is way better than the default stock pedals that come with T300. So if you can find, for example, the Thrustmaster bundle of the wheel and the free pedals, so that can be a T300, or I think it's called the TX. That's basically the same wheel, just one is for PS4 and PC, and another is for Xbox and PC. From Logitech, the G29, or the new one, I don't remember how it's called, the G923 or something like that. They're pretty similar. Yeah, and or you can even look through some maybe used market. I know, for example, a lot of people that are using for a wheel, like a G29, but then they are like upgrading their pedals to load cell kit from Thrustmaster. That's really good value for money if you're looking for a really affordable load cell pedals, because pedals are essential. So having good pedals is really, really, really important. So for example, people are what they're doing, they're buying G29, but they're replacing their pedals with some better load cell pedals. They're just way easier to modulate your braking with. Okay, Lambo. So what should be the track? For fuck's sake, the game hung again. That's so annoying. So what track should I try it on? Yeah, for example, Jordan Lacey, who drives a lot of iRacing with Jardier, he uses G29 and he's plenty fast with that. He's really, really, really good iRacing driver. Hey, the game is back. For example, so there are a lot of people that still play on G29, but pedals are really essential. So yeah, I think you should be able to get some G29 or like G923. You can even just stick to G29 if you can still find it, because that will be cheaper, even though it's older, right? But functionality is literally the same, and there's absolutely no need, in my opinion, to get the newest G923, unless you can get a new nice deal, right? And then maybe look for some those Thrustmaster TLCM pedals. They're called TLCM, the load cell ones. Where should I test the Lambo? Imola, Misano, Barcelona, Nurburgring, Kailami. Yes, Kailami. Yes, this is VR indeed. So what you're seeing is just one distorted view from one of the eyes, from the right eye. I know Imola would be nice, but I'm just gonna go Kailami because I've already driven on Kailami in this patch. Although, you know what, maybe I am gonna go back to Imola, because now that I think about it, I could see how the car handles over the chicanes now. So yeah, I am gonna go indeed back and load up Imola. My bad. Yeah, I heard that Imola lap times are still pretty fucking fast, so... I mean, you know, the more we're gonna tweak the setups, the more we're gonna get used to the physics, the more we're gonna adjust our drivings to the physics and really push to the limits of what those cars are capable of. The more we're gonna get to, you know, competitive times of the previous updates. I don't think we're gonna match those, because some of the hot laps that we made were incredible, especially the low temperatures ones, of course, because now the low temperatures just don't work how they used to work. But you know, in let's say those normal conditions with like, you know, 22, 24 air temperature and 30 track, something around there, you know, those temperatures normal in the middle where the cars actually work how they're supposed to. Probably at those temperatures, the game is gonna be a touch slower, but not a lot, not a lot. And of course, in the low temperatures, we're not gonna do any more of those crazy lap times. But that's good. I'm happy. I'm happy that it is like that, because, of course, I did all those hot laps in the really low temperatures, yes, but you know, I was just exploring, or maybe not exploiting, exploring what the game had to offer, and you know, to get a really nice hot lap and with a really good time, you need to lower the temps. And now the driving in lower temps is totally different, and that's good. That's gonna, in endurance racing, completely change the way how we approach the race, because you know, when the night comes, the cars are gonna change totally. Yeah, the TMX Pro wheel has T3PAs in a bundle, but the TMX is not good of a wheel in my opinion. My friend has it, and compared to like my T300, it's way worse, and I suspect it's even worse than maybe G29. So as a wheel base, the G29 will be better, in G923 definitely. But then T3PAs are nicer than G29 pedals. But I still think that if you're really into that stuff, and if you think that sim racing will, that you know you're gonna stay here for longer and do more of the races rather than, you know, only trying it out, that's why you're buying it, then I would really highly recommend doing just that, what I explained, getting the G29 pedals, G29 overall as the wheel, maybe checking out how you feel with the package, and then should you want, you can then upgrade the pedals to like, you know, Thrustmaster TLCMs, all those, or those new Fanatec pedals that just been released. Yeah, the TMX is still, you know, a good entry level wheel. Yeah, but you know, it depends what you're looking for, what you want. There's nothing bad or wrong with the TMX Pro, but I think with there are just other options that I would go for, you know. Oh yeah, exactly. For example, that T300 RS GT bundle that comes with T3PAs. That's a really good deal. Then that's almost the same as I have. I just have a bigger Alcantara wheel, but also T3PAs. So that's almost the same bundle I had before I upgraded the pedals. That's really good. That's really good. Yeah. Oh yeah, compared to that, it's definitely the GT29 would be definitely a lot worse. I wasn't expecting that bundle to be below 300 actually. No, T300 is way better than TMX. T300 is a big step above both TMX and G29. Yeah, that's also true. For example, if you just want to see, you know, experience just sim racing, you just need a wheel with a force feedback, and that's it. So, for example, picking up like the used the indirect Force GT, Logitech DFGT, that's driving Force GT, for like $50, and that's gonna already give you a good steering wheel that has everything that's needed. 900 degrees of rotation. Okay, not 3 pedals, but 2 pedals. Good force feedback. And then what you can, and then you can see should you want to upgrade to anything more serious. Okay, let's just drive, because for some reason I'm not driving. Let's just drive. Oh yeah. The pedals on Driving Force GT are not the best. But you know, you could drive on like Driving Force GT and TLCM pedals, and that would be a really cheap bundle with a great pedals. Because unfortunately, there is no bundle or cheap alternative with good pedals. Like for good pedals in a bundle, the cheapest one right now would be the that T300 GT with T3 PAs, right? But T3 PAs in themselves, they are nice, but they are not a load cell. So a load cell with a cheaper wheel, that would be really nice. But unfortunately, all the bundles ever that are made is a really good wheel and horrendous pedals for some reason. Even though it should be totally different, but the pedals should be prioritized. Do I have any setups? I have something, but I'm not gonna even load that because that's probably something default. Okay, let's see. Lower fuel. And let's just see how the car is gonna behave. I'm gonna straight away lower that and go higher with that. And let's just see how the car is gonna behave. Yeah, that is really good bundle. I agree. I think that what I said, like TLCMs, and I use like Director for GT. That's definitely totally different. Like the big step up in pedals and a step down in the steering wheel. But that together also could be around that price. Okay, let's see the new Lambo. Trying it for the first time in the new update. Ooh, a stutter. Ooh, that will be a lot of hours. I don't know. 4,000 hours. It's hard to say, hard to count. I don't know. I have never driven on Monza with new physics, so I have no idea if that's good or not. Well, for you it looks like I'm sitting high in the car. I'm not actually. I mean, I could lower the view maybe a bit. So that doesn't change a lot. Oh yeah, I forgot to brake. I literally forgot to brake. I have to agree, the Lambo drives gloriously right now. Whoops. I haven't tried a Honda actually. Yeah, I should. It's like all the cars' reaction are in slow motion. Yeah, Lambo feels amazing. I do agree. So much rear flow. Okay, let's try that Honda, you know? That Lambo felt really nice. It's a lot more progressive in how it steps out. The rear isn't, you know, deadly anymore. Like the front and the rear feels like they're actually connected, and what's happening on the front corresponds to what's gonna happen in the rear. It's really nice. That, like, straight out of the box, it was so nice to drive, Lambo. And it was driving how I was expecting it to drive. So that's really nice. That was really impressive. I did some, you know, few slow laps. They were really slow. But it drove nicely. Let's try that Honda. Let's just not hot lap much, just try those cars, you know, just to get the feeling how they drive. Actually, just to make the game look a bit nicer, I'm just gonna put that on, back on, and that up. No, actually down. What am I doing? Yeah, it's a nice car. I don't love how it looks, but as a GT3, it works. Okay, let's try. I don't know why Laguna Seca. Let's just check out Laguna Seca. So, okay, the guy is asking. I'm gonna translate that for everyone because the question is in Polish. So, the difference in times and how the Audi feels. I haven't driven the Audi. I suspect it probably will drive similarly to the Lambo, so it will drive nicely. I haven't driven the Audi. I may try the Audi later, maybe at Bathurst, because I heard it's deadly at Skyline. I want to see that. And at the times, they're like half a second slower to maybe 2 seconds slower in some crazy conditions, you know? It depends. It really depends. The game is definitely slower from like half a second to 2 seconds. If you're not using any you know, really weird conditions, you shouldn't be a lot slower. You will be initially much slower because you're not used to the physics, and that's gonna be the case for everyone, and because the setups that you're using are probably not perfect, because everything isn't working in perfect harmony, how it was for many people that just that put the time to be like that in 1.7 or in 1.6 and all the previous versions of ACC. Now, because it's different, we're not used to that, we're new to that, we're off the pace ourselves. So the game definitely is slower, but it's also not as the difference isn't huge like it seems at the moment. I think it's gonna be a lot closer, like in few months. We're not gonna even remember about those, some crazy hot laps in low temperatures. The ballpark of the times that we're comparing everything with is still gonna be very similar. Okay, aggressive preset. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. It's gonna be really similar. Drive. Just change the camera position so the steering wheel is actually where my steering is. Yeah, something like that. Pog. And let's drive. I like the steering wheel of the Honda. Looks nice. And I always liked the Type R badge. I mean, of course, there's nothing like NSX Type R, but the badge is, the red Honda badge. I always liked how the red one looked. Or looks. I mean, it still does. Like, I want to get in the car because that's my title. Ooh, that's a donation. Fancy. Hello.
The whole time he's like, yeah, I'd love to get in the car.
Thank you very much, man.
Gets in the car, and it's disappointment and pain.
Thank you very much, Vince. You're always extremely generous. I can't thank you enough for all those donations. Oh, the corkscrew is interesting with how the camber of the car works. Because now all the undulations in the track surface is so much more pronounced. Yeah, long time no see. I mean, we were driving a lot on the track together, but I wasn't streaming, so... Yeah, still not up to temp.
We're gonna have to serve it. Why?
Oh wait, I just realized. Only now that someone asked. Give me a sec. Why? For fuck's sake, why? Guys, it was like that for that whole time and no one mentioned it. And I wasn't looking at that because I had performance mode on. Come on, guys! Why couldn't anyone tell me? Kappa. Okay, now tires are cold. And yeah, here's a good example. Tires didn't really lose any heat. I mean, they did lose a bit, but the core is still warm. didn't even notice. I mean, it's VR. It looks fucked up anyway, right? Maybe that's how VR is supposed to look.
Well done, mate. That's not bad.
I haven't driven Honda much, but it does feel like a Honda. So it's not like it changed loads. Okay, but the sausages still kill you. Shouldn't brake on the curb. That was really bad lap. It wasn't that bad. I guess the second would work a lot better, but into 23s with fuel. Not bad. Again, sausage. Yeah. The car, I just need to get used to how the car responds into the corners, because it turns in really, really sharply. And then the camber settles, and yeah. Also a setup stuff, I guess. Because it drove nicely. I mean, you know, I could control it, for example, not here. But for example here, you know, it stepped out, but it wasn't anything crazy. I mean, like, you know, in iRacing you would die. For some reason with the Honda, you downshift, for example, into second, and it just loses it. It's like the electronics don't blip the throttle enough, or I don't know, maybe the engine is, I don't know, high inertia or something. It felt nice. It felt really nice with some tweaks, and making the car more stable would be really, really pog. And it did sound nice. It did sound nice. Even though it's just a V6, it has some character to it. There are some V6s that are absolutely trash, but there are also some V6s that have a character. And that one doesn't sound that bad. Okay, Audi on buffers. Audi. Let's try the Audi. Do I have an in-game livery? I do. Let's use it. And buffers. Mount panorama. So the low brake bias, that guy is mentioning again. Low brake bias in the Porsche. It does work, but you know, only into like straight braking zones, and also the setup needs to accommodate, let's say, that brake bias. It needs to be really nice and stable setup. I mean, you know, the setup side drive isn't like they have loads of stability in them, but they are set up in a certain way that just accommodates lower brake bias overall. Okie dokie. So the Audi on buffers. Do I have any setup? I think I have something, but it's total trash. Load. That's like some aggressive preset with some changes, I think. Yes, it is. I think I did a 58 on that setup once, but yeah, let's try just aggressive. It's literally the same, just with different wing. But let's try it. So standard. Click, click. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Seems to be working for those temperatures. so all your wrong tab in the videos, for example, you have all the video presets that you can save. So I don't know, that do you need to save the preset to have the folder? So you can, for example, save the preset, like call it 1 or something, and you can save it. And then it should be in documents, in customs, or maybe not in customs, or maybe it is in customs. I don't remember. It should be somewhere similar to the place where you put your liveries, and it should be like something customs, graphic settings, stuff like that. I can actually try to look for it. Give me a sec. So documents, ACC, customs, video settings, and here you have all the presets, and you put it in there. And if you have it in there, then in the game you should be able to go to the video presets and find the presets. Those presets aren't amazing, they are quite old, they don't work, they don't look amazing, but it's always something, you know. Okay, going back to, where is ACC? There's ACC. And yeah, let's just drive.
Green light, go, go, go.
See the Audi. Yeah, that's the the SSD is really poor. Yeah, it takes a lot of. Jeez, what am I even saying? What do I want to say? Yeah, I don't have that much space on my SSD, so it's only half a terabyte, and that's where I have all my stuff, so that's not a lot. I was thinking about buying some external drive or something like that, but I think I'm just gonna wait to just get the PC, So it's not gonna be that long. I mean, I've managed so far. Okay, I see why people were complaining. I mean, cold tires, but... It's always such a treat, that track. I love it. Just don't expect any amazing quality, okay? Because that game still looks bad in those settings. I mean, I have to run it somehow. Okay, second gear there for sure. Yeah, it feels similar to the Huracan. Of course, different aero platform, and it will behave differently in terms of aerodynamics, but it has the same vibe to it, let's say. Understeer. The aggressive preset doesn't want to really stick. And do the mountain flat. Yeah, you just need to commit into the skyline early enough, and then it's easy. Yeah, 960 is not not the beast it used to be anymore. It was a decent car, but the age is... yeah, it just aged a bit. Jesus, 281 with free wing. Imagine having a top speed like that in a Porsche. Bad lap time 203, but you know, already almost half a second gain on the first corner, driving so badly. Oh yeah, 480p is best quality. We actually changed it in the middle of the stream, so probably the title line was wrong. I'm gonna update it maybe later. slow, but pressures though. Gain almost a tenth. Well, the Audi got a lot of kilos here, so maybe now it is slow. Ow. Ow.
Got some light damage on the front of the car.
Yeah, they got 60 kilos. I mean, that would be easily into 201s on aggressive preset and bad pressures with a proper lap. And another second to find for sure with driving, pressures, and a setup. And we're already into 200 lap times, which were kinda good lap times for those temps with 60 kilos. So, kinda makes sense. It was nice. Okay, next track car combo. I'm not even aiming to drive well, I just want to get the feeling of what's happening. What should I do next? I'm just gonna go to the menu and just look at the page, and then I'm gonna know. Marek, I could drive a Merc if you can give me some setups. Do we have any setups to share? Yes, I did modify the settings. So I turned on the... I mean, they're really similar. It's same loot. I turned on the damper in the to 100 in the windows, and I'm using the in-game damper on like 10-20%. I think it's 15 now or something like that. And the rest is basically similar. I knew it. Okay. Oh, Ferrari, yes. Give me the Ferrari. What? I did not press enter. Fuck's sake. Okay, what track should I test the Ferrari at? Misano, Hungaroring, Barcelona. I think I'm gonna do it at Barcelona. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do it. I think I have something like CDA set up, so I may load that. And there we go, Barcelona. Do I have any setups in here? I probably do have something. Holy shit, all those Barcelona setups. Yeah, let's see.
Green light, give it all you
How
can.
the Ferrari feels. Okay, I'm sitting a bit too high. There we go. Oh yeah, that doesn't have a clutch. Wow, it feels so nice out of the box. Like, you can still feel it's a Ferrari and it has similar characteristics to before, but like just every single car is so nicer to drive. It's like they did such a nice job with that update. Mark, how's your Merc feeling after the update? Are you liking it? Should be really nice right now, right? And with the better fuel consumption. Nice. Well, that was a track limit. Driving so badly here. What a fail. It's a bad lap time, but the car feels nice. Yeah, that's a big change. 4.6 to 405. That's really nice. I don't know why. I have a feeling that the Porsche also burns a little less, just a tiny less. But it's always something. 405 is really nice. Have you tested the map 2? How's the map 2 right now? Is it like now extreme fuel saving and still really slow, or is it maybe similar to what it was in the original Merc? Yes, this laptop can play this on VR. Barely, and with really bad looking settings, but it can. Well, this quality that I'm having is even worse than Mate. Okay, next car. AMG or McLaren? Let's check out the McLaren first, maybe. Where should I test the McLaren at? Silverstone, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna do a McLaren and then AMG at Suzuka. Yeah, Silverstone for McLaren is like an obvious choice.
Green light, give it all you can.
The front aero of that car. It's like magic. It feels like a McLaren. It feels really nice. On the entry, like all the cars, the rear is just a bit more alive. I need to control that. But it has really beautiful mid-corner rotation and stability. Not even gonna be a good lap. Probably not even. Okay, it is a 58 at least. Okay. Already front over pressure, because I forgot to change the pressures. Okay, yeah, that should be done in fifth. This in fourth. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting, it's interesting. I mean, all the cars feel so nice. Whee! Okay, and let's test AMG as well. What was the track I was saying? I think Suzuka, right? Okay, I'm just gonna see how the AMG handles, and I think that's gonna wrap up the stream. Let's see the Evo AMG with some. Which one was the pink livery? Was it HRT? Yes. It looks nice on that car. Or maybe Zandvoort or Zolder. Where was AMG like a really good car? Donington. Because from all the tracks, I actually don't want to test Suzuka for some reason. Let's see that Donington, because I drove it at Donington. It's a good car at Donington. So let's just test it there. I don't think I have a setup for the Evo. I have a setup for the stock one. I mean stock, the old one. Okay, let's see. Those loading times in VR are really bad, really bad. I don't know what they did, but yeah, let's just see how the AMG handles, just to get the feel for it. Hello there. Okay, what would I do to the setup of it? Well, definitely not the save, the aggressive one. That would be better. Okay, let's see how the AMG handles on Donington. Let's drive.
Green light,
Camera is in the wrong position. I need to go back a little bit in my seat and then... No, I don't need to go up. Nice. Let's go. Let's see how it handles. That's a monster of an engine. Ooh, that was a weird stutter. Yes, it is. Just a bit, but it is really improved. It's definitely improved. Of course, you know, it's not like you're gonna have twice as much FPS, but it is better. It's more stable, the frame timing is nicer. This is so fun to drive. I mean, I like overall the AMG as a car. It is a touch understeer, but it reminds me of the Porsche because it handles similar to the Porsche because you have a really unstable car on the entry and then understeer on the exit. It's literally the Porsche. It produces that effect in a different way, and you counteract that in probably different ways as well. But it's a nice car. I like it. I like it. From all the GT3 cars, the Porsche, AMG, McLaren, those are my favorite ones, I think. Yep, I did try the Ferrari. It was quite twitchy. I mean, like, twitchy in a way that it was changing its behavior a lot. But, yeah, if you get used to it, it's fine now a lot more. It's less snappy, let's say. It was twitchy, but not snappy. Like, it wasn't snapping and losing the grip. Right? It was more progressive in how twitchy it was. I don't know if that even makes sense what I just said, but it felt like that. Straighter into 26s, going crazy, but mean, there's definitely second there for sure, so that would be 25. Okay, the FPS suddenly dropped to like 50 for some reason. Yeah, even with those bad pressures, deeper into 2060s. Another 10th gain. Oh, plane. Okay, I focused way too much on the plane, but I gained another 10th. that was way too late. Way too much of a cut. Okay, no, that was too much. But that was like 4 tenths up. So that would be already a mid 26. With proper setup, even better driving, low 26s. That's already a pretty nice lap. And that would be like kinda half a second off. So yeah, what did I just do? The car was literally running. There's no way it was running. What? I didn't have the clutch in. How it was running while stationary with no clutch? Anyway, it's a nice car. I just got. I don't know why I'm confused. Because it felt like I didn't have the clutch in, but it was running, and then I upshifted, and it turned off. Or maybe I upshifted and released the clutch for some reason. No, I didn't release the clutch. I didn't even have the clutch in. Why it was running then? It should have stalled. That's weird. Maybe I just had a brain fart and didn't even realize what I was doing. But yeah, the AMG feels really nice. All the cars feel really nice. The Porsche is the most scuffed one right now. It still feels nice. Maybe it's just me who's driving it with extremely weird setups, and I need to totally change my approach to it. I mean, I already saw that with different kind of setups that I had to apply to it right now when I got that 16 on Spa. But yeah, all the cars were really nice. I love the update. I love how we all need to have a different approach to the driving overall, and how the weather will affect the driving, how the rain now will affect driving. With the new, more variable weather. I love how the cars drive. I love how the car look in the showroom now with the proper stance. They're not like floating in the air. I really like the update. The performance boost is there. It's noticeable. so that's good. The game looks as good as always. There's a new photo mode, so yesterday I was playing with that. You can get some amazing shots. Overall, the 1.8 is just amazing piece of kit. It's shame for little technical issues that we're having, but I'm sure that, you know, give it a week, they're gonna be gone. They're gonna get handled. So yeah, I need to make some livery for the AMG actually, because I have the livery from the old AMG and I don't have for the new one, and I want to make some. Because I really like that car, and now that it's actually really nice, maybe I could use it in some of the races. Who knows? Because I really like it, but I'm gonna also have to grind the Porsche and get it to work. Whoops, again wrong Porsche. This Porsche, because I really like that car, and it still feels nice. It's more challenging, and definitely in the understeer on the exit, I'm gonna have to find a solution for it without, you know, making the car absolutely kill me on the entries, and make it more controllable. Because right now with those scuffed setups that we used to run, it has the potential in it, but it's extremely hard to handle. But already at Spa I found something. It was a bit better, so yeah. It was a nice lap already into 16s with the Porsche as well. Yesterday I done it with the BMW. So that's cool. Yeah, the update is really nice. All the upcoming races will be extremely interesting because of how everything is mixed up. So we don't really know what to expect, but yeah. What a time to be alive in the ACC community. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. Like I said, we've done some driving. We've covered a lot of stuff. The driving wasn't the best. I've done a bit of Spa in the Porsche. Then there was just driving the cars, just getting the feel for them. I mean, while I'm just doing that, why not stream, right? So no, I'm not recording that with a GoPro. That's VR. That's why you're seeing it like that. That's VR. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. It was really interesting and fun stream. Maybe I'm gonna stream more. Who knows? I mean, the performance of the game is improved, but you know, I still have only a laptop, so I can't stream those big races unfortunately for now. But I'm saving up for the PC for sure, and maybe at some point next year I will pull the plug and just buy everything and make a PC and build a PC, and then I should be able to, you know, drive comfortably in VR with some nicer resolution, nicer settings, and properly stream it for you guys. Because people are requesting streaming the races, and I can see why. So I definitely need to now do some hot laps for 1.8, get some, you know, setups, share it with the community, share some Motec files so people can use them. I don't necessarily miss much. I probably could buy it right now, but I just want to see how the market is gonna behave, how all the new stuff that's on the horizon will perform, and yeah, and then like I could buy it right now, but I don't think it's the best time necessarily. There's some exciting stuff on the horizon, on both CPU and GPU front, so I just want to see what's gonna happen right now and wait just a tiny bit more, and potentially also just save up a bit more money so I have more of a budget to play with when I'm actually gonna be speccing the machine. But yeah, thanks for watching for today, and yeah, see you guys next time. Possibly, I don't know, maybe when I'm gonna have another like free evening like that, I'm gonna want to test something, or you know, try to get the setup for the Porsche working. I'm just gonna be driving by myself, not online. Then I can stream. When I'm driving online, like I said, unfortunately I can't stream. But whenever I'm gonna be driving just offline, testing something, I'm gonna try to stream it for you guys so you can see it. But for now, again, thanks for everyone. Thanks for all the subscribing. Thanks for the donation from Vancy. He's a legend. And see you guys next time.